Hello. Okay, I thought I would do just a little bit of dot work and a little bit of kind of high relief work on this particular piece, and just kind of show you really what I do just for a minute or two. So this is the piece that I'm working on today. I just thought it'd be nice to have a chat while we do a little bit of work. So, glasses on. If you're not interested in seeing me work, then this won't be the video for you, because it's a bit of a slow process, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So I've got my colours. I'm going to use 3 different golds. This is a nice kind of a metallic-y gold, this one. And then I've got a beautiful, beautiful rich gold. This is very zingy. This is very lemony gold. And then I've got a bit of an antique gold, and I love working with this particular colour. It's very, very creamy, and this is the one we're going to start with. So all I need to do is to pour a little bit in the cap, because I work from the cap. So I'm not carrying the bottle around or anything like that. That's all we need. So I don't know if you can see in there, but I've just got a nice little gentle amount. But see the luster on that. It really is lovely. I love working with this. As I say, it's a very creamy, rich colour as well. So let's see what we're doing first of all. I'll move you down, and then you can see what we're doing. Okay. So how do we do this? Oh yeah, there we go. Just move you right the way down there. It's alright, I will get organised eventually, don't worry. There you go, so hopefully you can see, well, you can see some of it, you can see more of me. Right, I need to move a couple of little bits. There we go, it's going to make much more sense. There we go, is that better? Now you can see just about the whole thing, can't you really? We can see what we're working on anyway, at least. Okay, so we'll be using the antique gold first of all. I need to make up my mind where I want it. I know I want it in, hopefully you can see this, let's look at the camera. Yeah, you can. I'll zoom you in slightly actually, you can see exactly what I'm doing. How's that? So I'm going to be using it on there, and then following that one all the way around. I think we can see that all the way around. Let's just do that first. And I'm just going to be using a dotting tool. It's a nail art dotting tool. So it has a 1mm ball on one end, and then a 3mm, I believe, on the other end. So there we go. The first dot. So we'll start there. I don't normally go over myself, but because this ends in a triangle, I may have to do half a dot. There we go. And so we begin. So I just thought I'd spend another hour or a couple of hours on this, because I'm not doing a lot this morning. I've got some shopping to be delivered here between 12 and 2. So I need to finish this by about 11:30, which gives me about 2 hours. So I can work for about 2 hours on this now. Just one little tiny one in there like that. So that kind of finishes that off quite nicely. Yeah, now can you see all that? Hopefully you can. I think you can. So we start in that corner. It's very peaceful and very tranquil. Not just dotting, but doing art in general. I find, you know, it just puts me in a lovely mood. Always makes me feel calm. When I've finished, I mean it takes a long time, but when I've finished I get such a sense of achievement out of producing a certain piece, whatever the piece may be. I really do love it. And one of the things that I struggle sometimes to let go of a piece, you know, I'm painting this now with the view to sell it, or hopefully sell it, but when it's finally done, and it's taken me so many hours and a number of days, I look at it and I think, wow, should I keep it? I've kept a couple of pieces that I just couldn't let go of. There we go. So if I just zoom you in there, you can see what I've done. Can you see that or not? Where are you? Not very good on this camera at the moment. Right. Let's come back out then. So you want to be looking here. There you go. So you can see what I've done there. Just the dots. Okay, so that's that. So what I do, because I don't want to fiddle around with that area too much now, because I may destroy it, I may lean on it or something like that, which I've done a number of times. So I can now work on this little one here, and this will be exactly the same, only I'm going to change my dotting tool because the dotting tool is too small. So as I say, I'm using a number 3, I believe it's 3mm, and that's my dotting tool. Just wipe it off like that, because they're metal, make sure they're lovely and clean, which that one is, so that's good. And now what I use are these bamboo crochet hooks. You see these bamboo, ignore the scribbles on there and what have you, that's mine for my own purposes, but sharp point on there with a little hook, but they've got lovely ends, so they're all different sizes obviously, so you've got a bigger end and a much smaller end. So I'm just going to, for a second, see which one fits in here. So it's going to be a size 5. See if I can find my 4. There we go. So exactly the same, but it's just size 4. That's perfect. Now, can I zoom in on this or not? Oh, that's the wrong way. Let's no, it's not. At least the right way. God, I'm so professional. This is unbelievable that I can't get this right. So that's what we're working on. Can we get any closer? Sorry about that. The only thing I might be able to do is move the camera over to there. So let's see what we can do. Now you have to bear with me, I'm afraid, on that. Okay, so we're going to be working on this. Put it all in, that's it. Look at that, see, we finally got there, didn't we? How's that? Okay. So we just want to... Now these may have top dots on this one. They weren't on the one that I've just done, but on this one I'm going to see how I feel about putting a top dot. And the top dot will be gold. And just like a little bit of high relief on the top would really bring these out. Also, you see that I'm spacing these slightly wider than the others that I've done, and this is purely just, you know, just to give it a different look really. So they just have a slight gap, that's all. As you can see, wow, it does take a long time. But I break it up into manageable chunks, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, that sort of thing, and then before we know it, I've got a nice piece that's produced. So, how's that? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that fine, can't you? So, clean my dotting tool, and let's go back out and have a look. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is use my smallest one. This is a nail art thing, but it's so small. And you get some lovely little swipes with this. Oh, I'll tell you what I can do. I can zoom back in. Zoom back into where we were. How's that? I think that's about it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, because on here, take a little bit of paint on the end, don't need too much. But on here, I just need to go swipe like that. Just like an accent around the triangle itself. Brings this out. There we go, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's good, I like that. It's just brought that out. I would use some more dots on the inside, but I'm going to use my high relief gold. So I may have finished with this one for now, so let's just put that aside. And while we're working on this, this middle, we may as well carry on, because I'm not going to drag, I've done this so many times, but I'm not going to drag my hand through my painting by working on this one, because I'm working slightly off to a side. So I just pour a little tiny bit in there, and you see the luster, see that when the camera picks it up. Come on, camera, work. See a real beautiful shine to that, if the camera was to work correctly. Put that over there. Okie dokie, so we're just going to be working on just these centre dots here. And to get this right, I just do one in each, what I call corner, even though it's a circle. So these are pretty much symmetrical then, doing it that way. Now I've got a choice of what to do in the middle, whether to drag the dots, whether to do smaller dots, whether to do the same dots. I kind of like the same dots because they're going to marry up with the old gold that I've just recently done. So try and get that roughly in the middle of each of these pairs. That's pretty good, so I can leave it at that, or I can put a smaller dot in. Just looking at it and thinking what I need. I'm just going to leave it exactly as it is and finish off with that. There we go. Clean my dotting tool again. You see how that really stands out, that kind of pumps, doesn't it? It pops rather, it jumps. It's a beautiful gold, that. It's not too expensive either, although they do these tiny little things. They call it pearlized gold. So rather than dragging my hand through that, I need to turn it and see what else we're doing. See if I need any of this in that one. Don't think I do at the moment, so turn it once more into that one. So we're going to be working on this centre here. What can I do? Let's open that slightly, otherwise you never see anything. And what I want to do is change again from my very, very fine, oh, wrong thing, right, just need to do a dot, tiniest dot, but it just lifts that, because of the darkness obviously behind the dot really stands in kind of high relief. There we go. That's all I need to do on that little one. I don't want to do the same as what I did there, which is the drag. So what I might do, I will change the dotting tool. I might go for a slightly larger. Let's just go for. So again, it's another dotting tool, and this one I think is about a 2mm, something like that at the end, or a 1mm. Let's see what's going to work. Okay, we're going to use the 2mm, and we're going to put it in that corner and just drag it to like that. There's a wet day here at the moment. It's been raining. I don't know if it still is. I need to get my dog out shortly. But we woke up to rain, and like I say, I got my shopping delivered, so I'm not really doing a lot at all today, which is giving me some time to work on this. So that's what we're doing. But I think I'm going to stop in a minute and go and take my dog out, make myself a Slurpee. Got a couple of little things I want to do before my shopping arrives, but number one is my dog. He's always the most important, obviously. There we go. So you get a rough idea of what I do when I do my art. There we go, we lift you up. Hello. How's that? So just a very quick look there at kind of what I do, what I get up to in my quiet zone. Yeah, beautiful paint now, that's pearlized. So we just used two there, pearlized and the old gold, the creamy old gold. And there we go, and it actually makes a lot of difference. I mean, if you look at this one, this little one here, where my finger is now wobbling there, that's very nearly complete, and that was just a couple of rounds of dots on there. There we go. And you see here, where I'm now wobbling my finger there, that one there, those little swipes that I did, they just bring that alive. They give it a real kind of symmetrical feel, like a harsh edge, which is what I wanted on there. There we go. How I normally live my day. There you go. Always get paint over me, always. Have you ever seen an artist without painty fingers, eh? Okay, if I've got time and I want to, I will do another little bit of this. If not, you'll see the completed article shortly on here. Hope you've enjoyed that, And if you want me to do more like this, just ask me in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, take care, and back soon. Cheers. Bye. Hello. So I'm back. I'm just going to do a couple of little tiny bits here. I thought I would do these in this very, very yellow gold. So see if I can get myself organised slightly. Put that over there. Hello, Bode. I'm just doing a little bit of work, my darling. Okay. Good boy. So hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to start here. Can you see that? Can you go and lay down for a minute? Good boy. Old Bird is a little bit fed up because it's a bit damp today. We were going up the field, but I'm afraid it was too wet for that. So we have been in the garden when it stopped, and we played BALL for a few minutes. Then he's had a little sleep, which invariably he does, and the dustmen have been, which kind of woke him up, and then suddenly I start chatting on here, so he thinks, oh well, great, we're going to go out again. And of course we're only going out if it's dry, but looking out now it seems to have dried up a little bit, although we've got some heavy black clouds. So I thought I would get some of this done, and then we'll just see what's it'll take me about 10 minutes, see what happens after that. So we might be able to sneak off out just for a little bit before my food gets delivered. So here we are, dotting away. Somebody said to me, I've been creating these kind of semi-aboriginal pieces because they use a lot of dot work. Been creating these since 2012-ish. And somebody said to me years ago, about 2013, do you get bored because it looks like dot, dot, dot? And I said, that's exactly what it is. And there's a magic to it. Certainly not boredom. It's obviously now I'm talking to you, so it's very, very different. I would normally have music on in the background, just quiet and peaceful, and it's very kind of trance-like or trance-inducing. It's very, very relaxing. It's very calming. It's like a meditation within itself. And people say to me, God, you know, you spend hours and hours and hours on that. I can see the amount of work that you've put into that. But it's a passion, it's a love. I absolutely love doing my art. Now here I'm just going to walk these dots down like that. Hopefully you've seen some of that anyway. There we go. So yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it. It is trance-like. It's any repetition that you do that you enjoy. So you go to work and you pack in boxes and you're not enjoying it. That can drive a hole in your head and get you bored and all the rest of it. But anything like this that you really enjoy doing, and this isn't for everybody. I love doing it. It just puts you in such a calm, beautiful, as I say, a trance-like state where sometimes I don't think. That's why I say it's a kind of a meditation, and I get very little thoughts when I'm working, very little. But I always feel calm, peaceful, relaxed, just in a nice place. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing it. But it's funny what people ask, but they only ask, you know, they don't know the answer and they just wonder. Because on the face of it, it seems, or can seem, probably ridiculous to some that I would spend this amount of time. I mean, as you see, I'm dipping into the paint. It's one dip, one dot. Now I could possibly find a gold pen that would do something similar so that I could literally just go dot 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 and we're done. But it wouldn't give me the hand finished effect, because there are mistakes in here if you look closely, and that is the beauty of art. It's not a print, it's not a computer, it's a human being producing a piece of craft, a piece of art. But I wouldn't want a pen just dot 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 and have everything uniformed, everything the same. Not only that, I don't know if there's a pen that could give me this yellow gold, this bright, beautiful yellow gold, which incidentally I'm just running out of. And I need to order some more. I went 2 or 3 weeks I was using this, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I went on, I buy my products from 4 different places. I went on to where I thought I would normally have got this, and they don't stock it anymore, and I'm sure I bought from that particular place before. So I've got to find a new avenue for this yellow gold, because I love it. It's pearlized yellow gold. I'm just going to walk there. There you go. So we've had a little bit of a look there. Yeah, I just love it. I absolutely love doing my art. And that's it. So we just completed that little, I call that a horn. So we completed the outside of that horn, and it's just got a beautiful yellow glow to it, the gold. You see it there, it just sparkles. And again, I absolutely love that. Look at that. Wonderful. So let's zoom back out. There we go. And that's a bit of a look of what we've got so far. And that'll probably do. You'll see the finished article when I've finished, which might be, well, obviously a number of days. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Hello. So, another day. We are getting towards the end. I've spent a couple of hours on it. And what I'm going to do is just do some sparkles. Not many, but enough. And it just adds another layer of interest, moves the eye around the painting and stuff like that. So this is what I've done so far. Not a great light this morning, I'm sorry about that, but you know, it is what it is. So you see, we're just about there, just the finishing touches now. Okay. Really pleased with it so far. It's taken quite a while. I think there's only going to be one painting this week, but it's a glorious painting. I hope you agree. So what I'm going to do is, I got my Slurpee made, and I got a little bit of this. There we go. So just look at this. See that? Actually, let's pour just a little bit in the pot. Now then, I wonder what you can see. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to finish off with a little bit of gold sparkles and a little bit of silver sparkles. Might as well get them both ready. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a nice addition to a painting, particularly a mandala type painting, I think, and it just moves the eye around the painting, as I've said. It just gives another level of interest. See just how thick this is. It's wonderful, this. Swig my Slurpee. Yeah, I didn't want to just finish it. I thought after all the filming I've done and all the chat and all the rest of it, I may as well finish it with you. Lovely Slurpee. Third of the day, so I'm waking up. It's still quite early. Well, 9:48, but still quite early. Okay, so I'll get my glasses on. I'll move you down. Now I know where this relief is going, so let me just. I'll move you right the way down there. I'll move you across there, and lift that up so that I can see what we're doing. There we go. Now I couldn't get the camera right yesterday and the day before. The reason why I couldn't get the camera right is because my screen, I got it twisted in a weird way, so I've actually got it twisted upside down. That's why I couldn't get it right. So let's just see if we're going to focus on just, well, that one. There we go. Now that should, oh, there you go, perfect. That's in the middle of the screen, is over there somewhere, but that's pretty good. Anyway, so we're getting there. Right, so what we're going to do, you see these kind of, there we go. You see these kind of Gothic arches all the way around here. The one with the dots, they're going to have just a little swipe of gold sparkles. It's rather beautiful. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so all I'm going to do, what size is that? I can get away, oh no I can't, I need a bigger one. Right, I just need to make sure I've got the right tool for the job. There we go. So I'm going to use one of these. These are used for cake baking and stuff like that. You put a little bit of ice in, shaped in a tier, well, similar to this, into a tier sort of a shape. You pick it up and you roll it, and you can make flowers out of icing and what have you for cakes. So there we go. So I'm going to use that one. The reason why I've chose that one is because the largest nail one that I've got, as you see, it's about 3 mil. This is much bigger. This is like a 6 mil. And that's going to fit perfectly, yeah. That's great. So, see what we can see, shall we? There we go. So all I'm going to do is just give him a little swipe down. Look at this, gloopy and gorgeous. Nice. Okay. So we're just going to swipe down on there. Any with a dot gets a swipe down. And as I say, this just gives another level of interest to the painting. I don't always use glitter, but when I do, I've had some lovely feedback. And ages ago somebody said to me, I love the painting, and I've had it like a year. Tonight we put a couple of candles on and the glitter just came into its own, and was just dancing and highlighting little parts of the painting, and you know, which obviously I know. I mean, that's the whole idea of doing it. Let's see if we can get on that. No. Oh yes, it was. Let's see if we can get on that and you can see what we're doing. I'll hold this because it's over the table now. So all we're doing is a little swipe down like that to the bottom, and that one also would have just a tad. There we go. So that's the gold done on there. I'm going to use the gold as well on this part. I'm just going to move the camera, I think. Let's see if we can get that in. Yeah, I think that's okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll touch it there, is just leave about the same amount of black between. When this settles, it goes back flat. But as I say, it just gives the painting just an extra something, really. I just think it's a nice way of finishing. And sparkles are always nice, really. That's it, one more, just to finish it off there. Not going to do any on that one. I think I'll finish on that one. Yeah, so just a little bit there and a little bit there. So each one of those has a tiny little bit of the gold. Got a little dab of gold gone over there onto the silver. With these sort of things, I do tend to just leave it because it is a human being that's touched it and all the rest of it. You know, we create it as humans rather than as a computer or whatever. Okay, so now the silver, I only really want it on one piece. Let me zoom back out. There we go. So obviously we've got two bits of silver there, and it's only this one, the larger one, that's going to have any work in silver. There we go. So all this is going to have is the green one. There it is. And there's the beautiful silver in there. Let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit on there. That means I'll have to come to me now. Like so. There we go. So all we're going to have on these silvers is just a little accent top dot of silver glitter on those four. Now I turn that over and clean it all when we finished. There we go, lots of silver sparkles. And that just finishes the painting off nice, I think, really. Okay, so I'll just rest them in there like that and make them drain. Just cleaning up the tools. we go. How's that? Just move the screen. Hello. Okay. Just looking around the painting. What I'm doing is just looking for any that could be done better, and I'm also looking for any little splashes of the sparkles, either gold or silver. Did I miss any? Are they uniformed? Are the dots uniformed? Are the stripes uniformed? Could a stripe be longer? Could a dot be thicker? And actually I'd say no. I'm perfectly happy with that. Yeah, perfectly happy with that. So, obviously this is not all wet. Well, not all wet. But if I hold it like that, there you go. And it could go up that way. It could also go all the way over to that way, couldn't it? Probably better that way, maybe. I don't know. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. What I do now is have a swig of my Slurpee. So what I do now, I will put this and it will rest for about 2 days. That way all the paint settles completely, especially with the sparkly paint, that sort of thing. That'll just settle absolutely completely. After, even if I don't use the sparkles, I still let it rest for about 2 days, 2 to 3 days. Then I pick it up and I have a really good look at it. And I look at everything that I've done and I think, could I improve it? If you add too much, you can destroy it. So certain bits I need to leave and I want to leave. But could I add more? If so, why am I adding more? Does anything need changing? Does something not work with it? Because what I can do is paint over certain areas in black paint and redo an area if I really feel that it doesn't work. So I kind of look at it with kind of fresh eyes. In a day or two. I mean, at the moment I'm very happy with it and I don't think it'll change at all, but you never know. I'm not overly fussy, but I want it to be right, you know. I want my paintings, I want to be happy to put this on eBay. I want somebody to purchase it to say I love it. And at the moment I love it. I'm really happy with that. I do get a sense of achievement. I've said that before. I really do. I'm really happy with that. I love to see it when it's dry. I take photos in various places, but I love to see this on a white wall. It would work wonderful on a red, if you had a red wall. Imagine that. Gold and red are just wonderful together. They speak to each other. So you've had a good look. So that is probably now going to be the finished article. Even if I change little bits, you probably would never know, but the real photos will be on eBay. So if you are interested in that, have a look. I think it's the 10th. Yes, Thursday the 10th. Just go on 7 o'clock, Thursday the 10th, on my eBay. If you're interested in purchasing that piece, it's up for 10 days. They always are, my pieces. But I'm really pleased. And thank you for joining me. I hope you found some of that quite interesting. You may not have, you might have sped through, and that's cool. You've got to do whatever you do. But let me know what you thought. Take care and be well. Cheers. Ta-da.